Tuesday, September 7th, 2025. Helium miner update. And here we got Bella hanging out. And Maui is, oh, he's getting anxious. He thinks we're heading out in the Razor over to the lake bed to go play ball, but not yet. Gotta do a crypto update first. Wonderful day here at the Alpine World headquarters. Got some weather coming in. There you go. We're here courtesy of Starlink. Starlink up there on the roof. Working really well. That's the third generation antenna. We did have some problems with the Gen 2, and they did us right, sent us a new one, and that one is working great. So, yeah, yesterday, man, we had more rain here than in the afternoon than I have seen in a while, probably all summer long. We were down on the BLM over on the lake bed, playing with the ball, playing with the dogs, hiking around. Oh, hold on, man. He wants to play. He says there's no time for a crypto update. Anyhow, we got back in the Razor just in time, and stuff just poured. And looks like we might see about the same. Yeah, we're just between cells here. I was looking over on ForeFlight on the. If you're familiar with ForeFlight, just aviation program, flight planning, weather, things like that, and checklists. And we're between weather systems here. Looks like we're kind of dry, but there's Mary again. Not sure how long that's going to last. But let's get to the crypto update. We've got 4 miners, 4 MNTD miners. Had questions from folks just regarding getting different miners and whatnot. If you get a used one or just through back channels, secondary market, whatever, not through a manufacturer, just make sure it's not attached to a crypto wallet, because if so, then it just becomes an expensive paperweight. We have MNTD miners, and they've worked out well. And by the way, not financial advice here. This is just for fun, and you'll see here why it's definitely not financial advice when you start looking at the ROI that we're currently getting. But we do have 4 miners. We've got one over in Kailua Kona, where my wife is right now, having fun. Got a relative that's getting married. I opted out, and we are here. Speaking of which, yeah, these guys are having a great time. Yep. Anyhow, 4 miners, one there in Kona, got 2 in Portland, Oregon, and then we got 1 here in Alpine, Wyoming. We'll get to that one in a second. Alpine, by the way, small town, about 1,200 people. We're about 35 miles southwest of Jackson Hole. Wonderful place. It's been growing like crazy since we've been here in 2020. Super nice place. So yeah, hit me up if you got any Wyoming questions too. But anyhow, let's get to more updates. Something's going on. Dogs just took off. They'll be fine. Anyway, just as far as just overall market, from a seasonality perspective, this is typically a red September, and so whether stocks, crypto, whatever, and Bitcoin's taken a little bit of a dive there, though it's stabilized here now in the 110 to 113 range. And just as far as other news for the week, looks like the Trump family, they were in the news. They added about 1.3 billion in wealth just from stakes in American Bitcoin and World Liberty Financial. So some stuff happening there. But as far as our helium mining, our IoT, we track that. That's what we used to earn on the miners before the Helium Improvement Protocol went back over to HNT. Anyway, IoT at $0.00345 per token, down about 11%. Altcoins kind of not doing well this week. HNT's at $2.30. That's down about 11% as well. Bitcoin at 111 and $100, $111,100, up about 2%, and then finally Solana at $202.33, down about 1%, like 1.5% or so, if we want to get particular. But anyhow, Kona miner, that one's sitting in a hexagon with a couple of other miners. And again, you can look at your Helium maps if you're looking at setting up, just to see what the how many miners would be in your hexagon. The hexagon, that's just the way these maps are delineated. If you've got more miners in your immediate area, then you're just doing more revenue sharing. Anyway, that Kona miner earned 0.122 Helium tokens for the week, down about 13%. And again, this last month, earnings have been down just because the Bitcoin halving, or excuse me, the Helium halving at the beginning of August. So we're about almost 5 weeks into that. So still seeing a little bit of dropping, but less severe than what we've seen, in August. So it looks like that's going to, hopefully bottom out here pretty soon. So anyway, that Kona miner, 0.122 Helium tokens, like I said. Portland 1, that one's sitting in a hexagon with 5 other miners. That one's at 0.065 Helium tokens, down about 10%. Portland 2, 0.182 Helium tokens, down about 14%. And then finally Alpine, if you've been following along here on the live streams, rural helium mining just not doing super well. Certainly there's good use cases for it here, as far as just being a lower energy system, decentralized, if people were going to use it to track cattle, other livestock, things like that. But and we were doing all right here up until about 5 months ago. But what has happened is that there's just not, people have shut down some of the miners. And so if your miner can't communicate with other miners, it's not doing any useful work. So you're not getting any compensation there for that. But we're still running it. Yeah, these things, they burn about 5 watts of power. So not a whole bunch there. So even though in Kona we are paying 40 to 45 cents kilowatt hour, but again, still relatively insignificant. Anyway, totaling up those 7-day earnings, we are at 3.369 Helium tokens for the week. And then going on to the 30-day earnings, our Kona miner earned 0.605 Helium tokens. And by the way, that Portland 2 miner, that one's in a hexagon by itself. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, so no revenue sharing there. But anyway, Portland 1, 30-day earnings is 0.282. And then our Portland 2, that one's by itself, that one earned 0.905. So that one earned the most out of the 4 miners. And again, Alpine big fat goose egg on both 7 and 30-day earnings, though we still include it in the computation since we're running it. So you can see how that averages out. 30-day earnings total here, this looks like it is going to be about 1.792 Helium tokens. And then, as we do here every week, just looking at it on a dollar and cents and an ROI, return on investment perspective. Again, though not financial advice, just a hobby. Our 7-day earnings is a whopping 85 cents. And I don't think I've seen it less than $1. I don't think ever. So that's not great news. But again, we're just having fun here. Our 30-day earnings is $4.12. So anyway, that's down 2. And then we get our ROI, our return on investment, by taking that 30-day rate divided by 30, and then taking that out, extrapolating out to 365 days for the year, and then dividing by our capital investment. And so we do that $4.12 for the 30 days, and we get an ROI of a whopping 3.1%, which is about as low as I think I've ever seen it. We were at like 3.8, 3.9% last week, if I recall correctly. So we are, oh, there's the thunder. Hold on. Something's coming in there. Haven't seen any lightning. So, yeah. Well, hopefully we can get out in the razor on the lake bed before the storm comes in. And then go from there. Hopefully not get wet. We did escape last week. Yesterday. That was fun. So anyway, yeah, 3.1%. So that's where it's at. But again, hobby, no financial advice, just having some fun here. So that should wrap it up for this week. Hopefully everyone's having a good week. Cowboys did lose on Thursday, so that kind of was too bad. But if you're watching the NFL today, hopefully you're having some fun. And again, if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And certainly leave down comments below or with your helium mining experience, or if you've got some questions here. But that should do it, and we will see you for the update next week. Peace.